This video shows how false and misleading documents are routinely and repeatedly given to Edmonton City Council, so City Council couldn't possibly know what they are voted on. These are changes to Bylaw 15309, fees charged by the Fire Rescue Service. This has happened 5 times since 2013, most recently in May 2020. To be clear here, City Council is the victim of this. It's not your politicians. It's the city administration that's doing this, not the politicians. If you watch these council meetings the way I have, you can see city council is working hard for you. In fact, what their work is being frustrated by inaccurate, false, and misleading documents which are repeatedly given to them. And I'm going to show you how you can prove that for yourself. The first thing, City of Edmonton, I want you to Google up City of Edmonton Council past meeting minutes. So let's do that here. And here you've got all the past meeting minutes, and we're going to dig into 2017 because it was really obvious what was going on then. Some really big changes were made. So I want you to go all the way down to February 7th, right here, February 7th, 8th minutes, and click on that. And then you can see the minutes for that meeting. And if you watch this meeting, you'll see council is hardworking. They're not the problem here, they're the victims. So you click on item 7.2. And then it takes you to the place in the minutes where this is discussed and voted on. But then you have to click on this item again to see the documents that council's provided. These first 3 are provided to them before the meeting, and this is the document where the mayor signs the bylaw into law. So let's see what the documents are given. The first thing they're given is an executive summary telling them what the bylaw is doing. You can read all of this, but in particular, you should look at the report as part of the budget has been updated to reflect the 2017 consumer price index increase. So council's being told this is small inflationary changes to existing charges is the implication here. Let's see what that really happened. The second document they're given is the bylaw, the proposed bylaw. In fact, how this bylaw is amended is the schedules, which have all the prices, are amended each time. There's a place here for the mayor to sign this into a law, which will happen after the meeting. And then that document is attached to the meeting, and I'll show you how that looks. So here it has the price for all of these various items. I'd like you to note item M, construction site fire safety plan review and inspection for $379 in Schedule A. Schedule B, I'd like you to look at permit for family consumer fireworks for $130. Note the overtime charges here. These are for overtime charges, which is in fact is hundreds of dollars. Permit for fire performers at outdoor venues is going to be $130, and permit for special event fire pits bonfires is going to be $130. So that's what they're given, exactly what's going to go into law. They're told what it is going to be in the executive summary here, that it's inflationary increases. Then they're showed exactly what they're passing into law. But the third document they're given gives them even more detail about the changes. And what this attachment shows a summary of proposed amendments, how it goes from 81 to 83 for this item and so on, for all of the items in the schedules. And so if we slide down here, if we look for M, construction site fire safety plan review and inspection is going from 370 to 379. So if a councillor took the time to actually look at this, and I can assure you they are very busy people, they would see that everything was fine and it was just going up by a tiny bit, just as they've been told in the executive summary. Here again, let's look for ourselves. Look, the family consumer fireworks is being shown as an existing charge going from 127 to 130, and that the permit for outdoor venues is going from 127 to 130, and special event fire pits is going from 127 to 130. I'm telling you that these are in fact new charges, but we have to prove that for ourselves. So how we're going to do that is compare the previous version. So here's the version as it was passed in 2017, and we're going to compare it to the version that was passed in 2016, because this is amended every year. So let's go over here and look at 2016. So in 2016, we want to look for item for January 26th. And then we're going to go to item 7.8. So let's maximize this so we can see what's going on. And if we click, so we've gone here to in the agenda, and now we click here again. So first you have to click to get to the place in the minutes, then you have to click again to see the documents. So let's just do the second document, which we know now is how it was passed. So this is the version in 2016. This is the amended version in 2017. So remember, you're told earlier, and the city council was told, that item N was going up by $9, I'm sorry. Let's look at that back here. So here they're being told that this is going up by $9 right there. But in fact, if we go here, that item doesn't even exist. So this is actually a brand new item being added right in here, slid in second before the end. Again, let me show you. It's being shown as a change to an existing charge, but really you can see here it's a new charge. Similarly, if we go back to Appendix B, to Schedule B, I'm sorry. Schedule B in 2016 is less than a page. In 2017, it's a page and a half. They've added various things. One of them is this new permit charge of $130, which again, if you look here, is shown as an increase to an existing charge. But you can see for yourself, it's a brand new charge. As well, there's overtime has been added, a minimum overtime, which in fact adds hundreds of dollars to the cost of these events for nonprofits to have these events. Permit for fire performers at outdoor venues is being added, and as well, as you can see, and special event bonfires is also being added. So at a winter event, that's how that fee got added. City Council was tricked into putting that into place. So how much has this happened in the past? Well, let's compare what's happened in May 2020. Let's compare the May 2020 version, which is what I'm going to do right now, to the version in 2012, the original version. So on the right-hand side, we're going to go to May 12th of 2020. So this is just fairly recently. And we scroll down here to item in May 2020, it was item 7.2. Well, I just realized I've gone to the wrong meeting. Let's go back to 2020. I went to the public hearing. In fact, we've got to go to this one, May 11th, 12th. Council was so busy, things spilled over into another day. So again, we're going to maximize this. And we're going to close this this is the schedules from 2017 here, I'm closing now. But instead, we're going to go to item 7.2 and see the documents attached here. Now you're going to hear the City Council meetings start. So we're just going to pause that. So you can listen to that for yourself, and I encourage you to listen to that exchange where Council tries to find out the truth of what's going on, but is frustrated. So here, let's look at the schedules that they've just been passed in May 2020. Okay, and on this left-hand side, let's go back all the way back to 2012. Remember, this has been repeatedly amended in the same way. And see, let's look at, sort of have a quick look at how much has been added. It was changed in November 27th, okay, council meeting, and it was item 17.2. So I'm suggesting, as far as I can tell, this is the last time this was done with documents that were accurately reflected the changes. Since then, new charges have been added every time. So we're going to 17.2. And let's put these side by side. So here you can see Schedule A only goes up to item K, but now it goes up to item N. As well, you can see that there used to be exemptions for nonprofits which have been removed. Schedule B permits was relatively short. In fact, there was really only 4 permit types at all. Now there's many more, and there's these mandatory overtime charges. And you can see in particular in 2020, the mandatory overtime charge for consumer fireworks was added. This was added here in 2020. And council asked administration about that, and you can listen to that exchange for yourself and try and figure out what went on there. Schedule C, fire rescue fees, again, put them side by side. We've gone from 11 to 13.